you're joining on Zoom, please use the raise hand function for questions. And recording press conferences on cell phones or cameras is prohibited. The student athletes we have on the dais for TCU: Mike Miles Jr., Emanuel Miller, Chuck O'Banion Jr., and Damion Baugh. We'll go ahead and take questions for the student athletes. Got a question here in the second row.
Stephen Johnson, Fort Worth Star-Telegram. Mike, I'm sure you guys watched the game last night. What are just some of your first impressions of Arizona State?
They're a good team, very athletic, can shoot. You know, our job is to not let them get comfortable with shooting the ball. They got hot last night, so against us, we're going to make sure that that don't happen.
We'll continue again here in the second row.
Question for Emanuel. Some of the things you guys have been through, the injuries, the tough schedule, how do you think that's kind of prepared you guys for this moment right now?
I think all the previous moments, like you said, regarding the injuries, regarding all the things, the little things we've been through, I think it's prepared us in a good way, just because not a lot of the other teams in the tournament have experienced what we've been through. So I think the level of maturity that we have to overcome that obstacle, I think is going to help us in this tournament.
Left-hand side.
Barry Lewis with Killer Frogs Fan Nation. This is for Chuck. Chuck, last weekend we saw playoff Chuck make an appearance. Seemed to really hit your stride in some games that we hadn't seen in some previous games. How did that make you feel, and what does that brought into what you're ready for this weekend?
It feels good, you know. I just wasn't able to catch a rhythm all season, you know, and finally caught that rhythm, so I'm hoping I can stay in it for the rest of the season. So it felt good, but, you know, it really depends on the way we play.
Right-hand side here.
Tyler King, Denver Gazette. This question's for Mike. I'm just curious what last season's NCAA tournament appearance did for you guys, and what kind of takeaways you can bring into this season.
Honestly, it just gave us experience. You know, it was all our first time in the tournament last year. Now we've all been here before. We know what to expect. So just coming out and playing hard and relying on our experience. We're an old group of guys. So, you know, just play our game and try to get the win.
Left-hand side on the aisle.
Damion, this is Brian Estridge, Frogs Today. Damion, for you, when you think about this team and as Stephen mentioned earlier, what all you guys have been through, does it feel like now you're whole, finally, everyone's healthy and everybody's on the same page?
Yeah, you know, it's life, you know, ups and downs in life. You know, it was just us sticking together. You know, we all know we got each other back, so it's just all coming together now.
Follow up.
Chuck, for you, you spent obviously some time in the Pac-12 earlier in your career. Does it relate still as far as the style of play in that league? I mean, can you kind of know what you're going to see or get out of Arizona State because of your time back then?
Yeah, definitely. Pac-12 is more offensive oriented. You know, Big 12 is more defensive. So that's really what it is. You know, they're going to shoot a little bit more crazier shots than we are. You know, they're going to play a little faster than we do, but it's on us to play defense, be in the gaps, load up early, you know, just be ready for anything that comes our way.
On the right-hand side, fourth row.
For Mike, obviously this team, you guys last season were a lot of newcomers together, guys that transferred in the program. Do you feel like this time around, with how much you've been together the past 2 years, that you're more prepared for a deeper run this time around?
Yeah, I feel like, you know, we all know how each other play. We know each other games. We know where we like the ball. So we've been the same team for 2 years now. So we're back at this point in March, and we're going to try to do better than we did last year and just help each other. You know, someone might not have it going tomorrow, but somebody's going to step up, and we will. We're going to have each other back.
Follow up.
For Damion, you guys are one of the best fast break teams in the country. Obviously, Arizona State's coming off a game just yesterday. They're not have a lot of time in between. Do you think you guys, is that something you can take in your advantage on tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Any other questions? I'll go online. If we have any media online, please use the raise hand function and we'll get to your question. All right, hearing no questions online, we'll return to the room. Any other questions for the student athletes? Okay, gentlemen, thank you for your time.
Thank you.